Good morning, class. It's the start of another week. What's the first day of our school week? That's right, it's Monday today. So if today is Monday, what was yesterday? It was Sunday, of course. And what will tomorrow be? Tuesday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. If you look outside, you'll see some sunshine and maybe a little bit of cloud. And it is the last day of our month. It's the 31st. That's 3 groups of 10 plus one more. Let's show 3 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, and one more. That means if today is the last day of our month, tomorrow we need to put in a new month card on our calendar. So today is still May, but tomorrow we need to change this card. It is partially sunny, partially cloudy. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, and tomorrow will be Tuesday. So, who can tell me what month card will we put in here tomorrow? Let's sing our months together. Are you ready? Standing up. Let's go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Let's do that again. And listen for what comes after May. January, February, March, and April, May, June. That's it. July and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. So what was the month that came after May? You got it. It was June. So tomorrow we'll change our month card to June. And our year is still 2021, because that lasts for a whole year. Will you stand as we sing our national anthem?
And today, we're going to sing the Canadian National Anthem to celebrate all things Canadian. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right. Well, today in Bible time, we're starting a new topic, and it starts with an R. The word is righteousness. Righteousness. Righteousness means making the right decisions. That's one way we can explain it. And on our own, we don't always want to make the right decisions. Sometimes we just want to think about ourselves. Sometimes we're tempted to lie, or we're tempted to take things that aren't ours, or we're tempted to be selfish and keep things for ourselves, or to use mean words. Well, those are all selfish and sinful decisions, but righteous decisions are when we listen to God's Holy Spirit speaking to us, we listen to His voice telling us to make the right, generous decisions, the honest decisions. So, righteousness is when we are making decisions that make Jesus happy and that make other people happy. Because when we make the right decisions, it makes us happy inside, it makes Jesus happy, and it makes other people happy because we're being kind and we're being generous. And that makes our heart bigger instead of smaller. We need God's help to make the right decisions. And He helps us by giving us His word. In the Bible, we read how to make the right decisions. He helps us by speaking to our hearts when we listen, when we pray. He helps us to think in our mind, oh, this is the wrong thing to do, or this is the right thing to do. He helps us by putting other people in our lives who also help to remind us about the right decisions. And it takes a lot of practice, and our whole lives long we're learning to be more like Jesus, to be righteous. Let's say that word together. Righteous. How many syllables does that have? Righteous. 2 word parts or 2 syllables. Righteous. And our verse this week that we're going to practice goes like this. Righteousness guards the person of integrity. Now let's stop there and talk about what that means. Righteousness guards. Well, guards means to protects. So righteousness protects people, certain types of people, people of integrity. Integrity is another big word. It means someone who's making the right decisions. If you're a person of integrity, you're a person who tells the truth, who's honest, and who makes the right decisions. So if you are making the right decisions, you're an honest person, you're a righteous person, those decisions help to protect you because they help you to stay out of trouble. When you're making the wrong, sinful decisions, you get yourself and other people into trouble. So by listening to God's voice and by obeying His laws, you are protecting yourself and you're protecting people around you. That's what this verse means. Righteousness guards or protects the person of integrity or the honest person. Let's say that part again. Righteousness guards the person of integrity. That's the first part of the verse. Righteousness guards the person of integrity. And the second part is, but, and this is the opposite of righteousness, wickedness overthrows the sinner. That means making the wrong, sinful decisions gets people in trouble. It overthrows them. It defeats them. So there's 2 parts to this verse, and they're opposite. When you're making selfish, wicked decisions, they will bring you down. They will overthrow you. When you are listening to God's voice and asking for His help to make the right decisions, they protect you. Let's put those 2 parts together. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. And that is found in the book of Proverbs. That's in the middle of the Bible. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 6. Let's say that together where it's found. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 6. Again, Proverbs chapter 13, verse 6. Let's put it all together. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 6. So you put that verse in your heart so it can help to protect you and remind you to make the right decisions, asking for God's help, reading His word, and asking other people when you need help. And memorize that so that you have it and it can remind you when you're tempted to make the wrong decision that it will protect you if you choose the right one, even if it's difficult sometimes. You can work on that this week, and I will look forward to hearing it at the end of the week. And there's a Bible story that I put in your package for you to read with your family, and it's called God Cares for the Righteous. God protects us when we make the right decisions. So you can go ahead and talk about that and discuss it at home. Moving on from there, we're going to talk about our language sheet today. Read the sentences and draw a picture. So in each rectangle, there is a word. And it says draw a picture that rhymes with that word. So the first word is cat. Cat. What word family is the word cat from? What are those two last letters? A-T. And what does that spell? At. So you need to find another word from the at family because we know that will rhyme with cat if they're in the same word family. All we have to do is put a different letter at the beginning. I'm going to choose the letter B. So if I put B in front of at, what would that spell? B, at. Here's at. I'm going to put a B in front of it. Oh. B, at. And that spells bat. On your paper, it has k, at. And that spells cat. But they said draw a picture of something that rhymes with cat. So you could draw a picture of a bat, a baseball bat, or a bat that flies in the sky. Or you can think of another word that rhymes with cat and draw a picture of it. And in each rectangle, you're going to find a word that rhymes with the word there. And if you need help reading those words, just ask for some help. And then put another letter at the beginning to make a word that rhymes and draw a picture of it. That's your language sheet for today for JKs and SKs. And after that, we are going to talk about our math. And we said last week, when we were talking about subtracting, we can put the numbers beside each other when we're subtracting, or we can put them up and down. And we did an example of that together on our last video, where we put a 5 at the top and subtracted a 2 from it. And we said we had 5 dots, we crossed out 2, or we took away 2, and we were left with 3. So 5 take away 2 equals 3. Would it be the same if we put those numbers beside each other? 5 take away 2, and instead of making a line underneath the numbers, we would put the equal sign, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, take away 2 equals 3. Yes, we can do it either way. We can put the numbers up and down or beside each other. When we put them up and down, we put a line underneath the two numbers instead of the equal sign. When we put them side by side, we use an equal sign. I gave you a paper to make your own subtraction question with the numbers up and down. So I would like you to use some counters and come up with your own subtraction problem. On this one, they've put both signs. They've put the line across and they've put the subtraction sign there. But instead of an equal sign, they've got the line underneath because these are up and down. When do we put the equal sign? When they're beside each other. You can go ahead and do that. And when you've done that, SKs and JKs, you have a different page. JKs, you have a page that has some fruit on it. And what's this here? What are those? Did we see those before when we were learning how to add? Number bonds, right? With the 3 circles. Well, we can use number bonds to learn how to subtract too. So I've got my 3 plates again. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to make some subtraction number bonds. So our 2 numbers that we're subtracting, those will be our first 2 plates. We're going to be talking a little bit later in science about butterflies and caterpillars. So I thought I would use butterflies for our subtracting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I'm going to put 5 butterflies on my first plate. One, 2, 3. Can I fit them all on there? 4. And one more. 5. There we go. So that's our first number on our first plate. 5 butterflies. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops, we lost one. Count those again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And our second plate, we are going to have 2 1, 2, so our math question or our subtraction question is 5 take away 2. And what would that equal? We'll put the answer on our third plate. 5 take away 2. We did that right here. And what did we say it was? It was 3. 5 dots, cross out 2, and we're left with 3. 1, 2, and one more. Is 3. we go. So here's our question. 5, take away 2. Those 2 are up here, and the answer is at the bottom 3. There's our subtraction number bond. You can do that with your apples and pears. Fill in the number bond to match the picture and finish the sentence. Okay. And SKs, it says, do each subtraction and write the answer. So there's 4 toys, 3 of them are a train, and 1 is a teddy bear. So 4 toys, take away the 3 trains, leaves you with 1 teddy bear. 4, take away 3, equals 1. Here we have 10 things. 5 of them are drums, and 5 of them are trees. If we take away 5, that's half of them. So cross out 5 and you're left with 5. 10, take away 5, equals 5. You can finish that. And the second half of the page is the same as the first. You need to subtract however many things it tells you, or take away however many things it tells you to, and see how many are left. You can cross them out if that helps you. And back to the JKs, we have 3 pieces of fruit. One of them is different. We'll cross out the apple, and that leaves us with 2. We have, down here we have 5 pieces of fruit. The apple is different, so we'll take it away, and that leaves us with 4. Go ahead and do those on your own now. And I said we were going to talk a little bit about caterpillars and butterflies this week. So I have a caterpillar craft for you to do, because we know that caterpillars turn into what? Beautiful butterflies. So I've given you a little package with 8 different circles. You can go ahead and glue them together. It makes a nice, beautiful caterpillar, like our Hermie the caterpillar that we use for counting our 100 days. That's I'm looking at right now. It's still going all the way around our 3 walls where we have our circle time. After you get the circles glued together, I'll just do one here. Then you're going to put your googly eyes on. And then take your pipe cleaner for the antenna and fold it in half and twist down the tops to make the antennas. Then you can glue that on, and you'll have a cute little caterpillar with all the colorful circles behind him. So that's your craft for today. And then I gave you a little science activity to do. This page tells us the stages that a caterpillar goes through in its life cycle. What does it start out like? Have you ever seen a green leaf with a whole bunch of little caterpillar eggs on it? So it starts out as an egg, and then it hatches on the leaf out of its egg, and it's a what? A caterpillar. So this is the first stage. The second stage. Then what happens? It's a miracle. It's a transformation. What happens to that caterpillar after he's eaten and eaten and eaten and got really fat? He starts spinning something around himself. God made him so that he could spin a cocoon around himself. That's the little casing that he spins around himself, a little home for himself. And when he goes in there, he goes to sleep and something miraculous happens. It's called a metamorphosis. Can you say that? Metamorphosis. That's 4 syllables. Oh, that's 5 syllables. Metamorphosis. That means transforming or changing. And what does he change into? When he's been in there for about 3 weeks, then he breaks open. And when he comes out, instead of a caterpillar, there is a beautiful butterfly. Changes or transforms into a beautiful butterfly. So first, there's a caterpillar egg, then a caterpillar, then a cocoon. That means he wraps something around himself. Cocoon. Have you ever wrapped a blanket around yourself? You could say you're cocooning yourself in the blanket. And then when he's changed, he breaks open and is now a beautiful butterfly. 4 stages. Well, it says on your instruction sheet, find a caterpillar in a large jar. Place a twig, some grass and leaves on which the caterpillar is feeding, because that's how he gets nice and fat. He eats those leaves. So put some of those in there and a twig for him to sit on and some grass, and the caterpillar in the jar. Hopefully the caterpillar will begin to spin a cocoon around itself, and maybe you can watch it spin the cocoon and then watch when it breaks out and turns into a butterfly. You can open the top and let the butterfly free outside, and wouldn't it be interesting to watch that caterpillar metamorphosize or transform into a beautiful butterfly. And that is a miracle in nature, and it would be really interesting to watch that happen. And what are those 4 stages again? Caterpillar egg, caterpillar, cocoon, and butterfly. I hope that you have the chance to watch a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Well, right now, I have a little story for you called, can you guess? I'm a caterpillar. And this little boy is watching the caterpillar on the leaf. There he is. Does that look like your caterpillar that you made today? I'm a caterpillar. Munch, crunch. I'm getting bigger. Munch, crunch. Can you see the bites out of the leaves? He needs energy for when he's in his cocoon and he doesn't have leaves to munch on anymore. Munch, crunch, munch, crunch. That's it. No more food. I'm done. Does he look bigger and fatter? It's time to hang from a stem. Isn't that cool how he can spin something that lets him hang from that branch? See the white thing? I wait and wait and wait. I shiver, I twist, I split my skin. Look what's happening from out of that white attachment. He's spinning the cocoon around him. My old skin falls away. I'm soft inside. I am a pupa. So he's no longer a caterpillar. His old skin has fallen away and he's soft inside and he has the cocoon around him. And now he's called a pupa. Inside the cocoon, he's now called a pupa. I grow a shell to protect the pupa because the pupa is soft. And I am now a chrysalis. So first, when he spins the cocoon around him, he's a pupa. And then you can see that cocoon is changing a little bit. And now he's a chrysalis. And it's harder. It's a shell now. So, caterpillar egg, caterpillar, pupa, and chrysalis. I keep changing. Soon I'll come out. And what will I be? So now it looks like there is white all around the chrysalis. But can you see something inside? What does that look like? A butterfly. Push, crack, wow, I'm free. Isn't that beautiful? So first, caterpillar egg, then a caterpillar, then a chrysalis, a pupa, then a cocoon, a pupa, a chrysalis, and now a butterfly. But first, when he breaks out of the chrysalis, his wings are all wet. Can you see his wings are kind of folded up from being tight inside the cocoon? And they are wet. My wings dry off and they unfold. Flap, flap, hey, I can fly. Ta-da! Wouldn't that be cool to be able to fly around all the beautiful flowers? I visit flowers, I drink nectar. Yum! My mouth is like a straw. Sip, sip, sip. Can you see the mouth of the butterfly sipping nectar from the flowers? That flower is called a hydrangea. But see that long straw he has coming from his head? That's his mouth, and it's long like that so he can sip the nectar from the flowers. I have a mate, and we visit many flowers. So his mate is his girlfriend, and they visit the flowers together. We're not afraid of birds. They know that we taste awful. So that's the way God made them, to be protected from the birds eating them. They taste terrible to birds, so birds wouldn't want to eat them. Soon I will lay my eggs. So see, the butterfly is on the leaf, ready to lay her eggs, and then the cycle starts all over again. Remember we talked about a cycle when we talked about the water cycle? This is another cycle of life, or circle. Eggs, caterpillar, cocoon, pupa, chrysalis, and butterfly. And then it starts all over again. Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, pupa, chrysalis, butterfly. And now this butterfly is getting ready to lay her eggs. The eggs have thin shells, so you can see some caterpillar eggs on the leaf. Baby caterpillars crawl out. Hey, I'm a caterpillar. Munch, crunch. The job of the caterpillar is to eat as much as he or she can so that they'll have energy to transform. That's a big job inside the cocoon. To transform into what? First a pupa, then a chrysalis, and a butterfly. What will happen to me next? Do you know? And there's that circle, or that cycle we were talking about. First, which comes first? Caterpillar eggs. Then comes the caterpillar. Then the chrysalis. They don't have the pupa first. Remember that when it goes into its cocoon, first it's soft and it's called a pupa. Then it gets a hard shell and it's a chrysalis. And then it's a butterfly. And it happens over and over again. Then the butterfly lays her caterpillar eggs. And then they crack open and there's some caterpillars who eat. And then go into the cocoon. Then come out as a butterfly. sip nectar with their mate from the flowers, and then the mummy butterfly lays some eggs, and it happens all over again. So that's a cycle. It happens, it goes round and round, just like a wheel on your bicycle goes round and round. This happens over and over in nature. So I hope that you're able to go outside and find your own caterpillar and watch the cycle happen, where it turns into a butterfly and then goes free and lays its own eggs. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll meet together again tomorrow. Bye for now.